Hi there, Lewis Clifford here, and it's been a while since I've done one of my videos for my 5-2 diet experience, and that's because after my first 5-2 diet, once I'd kind of hit my target weight, I thought I'll give it a rest, and it's probably been about 11 months since then, and I'm still way within the, more than 10 pounds or so lighter than my original starting weight, so I'm not too worried. Although I have noticed that I've crept up from the point I finished the first time I did the 5-2 diet by about 8 pounds over sort of the 11 months. I mean, I've probably my natural weight, and that's a natural weight based on probably not eating that well, too many bickies. I've got kids, so we give sweets and biscuits and whatnot around the house all the time, and like anyone, I get peckish and I eat them. Anyway, I thought I would go back onto the 5-2 diet, and like anything, after a long break, whether it's exercise, going back, making that first step always seems so difficult. If you have never done the 5-2 diet, you're thinking about it, or you've had a break and then you want to go back on it, whatever it is, just don't think about it too much. Just get on and do it. So what I want to talk about quickly today is whether or not, my experiences of going back on after such a long time, and whether I followed any of my own rules in my previous sort of top 10 tips that I've done, and the effects. So I've had about, it's nearly 11 o'clock in the evening now, and I've had about 483 calories today. I started off with just a single piece of toast and some Marmite. It's probably not what I'd normally have on a 5-2 diet. I'd probably get some porridge in and start with that, but I didn't have any, so I just went for a single slice, no butter, and just some Marmite. Some green tea. Hated that, to be honest. In fact, I think it made me feel a bit sick, so I won't be having the green tea again. But one thing I did do that I changed from my other diet is I discovered that Cafe Nero coffee, even a skinny latte, isn't as many calories as I thought it was. It's about 51 calories. So that's a sort of a treat for me, and I know it will keep me sort of filled up for most of the morning as well, and it's something I always look forward to. So I thought, well, I won't deny myself that. Now I know that if I get a skinny latte, it's not a real calorie killer, as it were, in terms of trying to keep your calories down. So that's my treat for the day, and sort of keeps me on board. In terms of hunger, yeah, I felt it, but I just felt the hunger. I felt a bit lightheaded initially in the morning, but that went really quickly. And by the time I got to work, I had my skinny latte. I felt hungry during the day. Initially, of course, the morning really dragged. I kept looking at the clock and it still wasn't anywhere near lunchtime. But then I decided at lunch, it was a nice day, I'd actually go for a walk. Now, this is a great tip. Go and do something at lunch time. So I went for a walk. Actually, I went for a walk on when I used to go jogging, and I haven't been doing any fitness for a long time. I'd say at least a year or so. But I thought I'd follow my old route out of curiosity. It was about an hour's walk, but it clears the mind. It was a lovely day. Focused the mind. Got me off the idea of lunch. Nice walk. Healthy as well. I probably burnt 283 odd calories doing it. Got back to work, a few cups of black coffee throughout the day, some water, drinking lots of water. And yeah, that hunger was a little bit there, but it didn't bother me too much. And slowly but surely as the day went on, I found it easier and easier. And when I got home, I knew that I'd already bought myself a nice, one of my pot noodle things that I talked about before. If you're watching in the US, I know you don't get those, the ones that we have here, these innocent pot noodles. This is the one that I had today, pearl barley and veg, and again, really tasty. That's the thing about any diet or any 5-2 diet. Make sure, if you're not going to eat a lot of calories, make sure that what you you are eating is tasty, and this is very tasty. I'm sure in other countries in the US there'll be similar things you should be able to find that are, well, I'd like to think you could, that are really tasty and yet really low calorie. So this was, he says, 289 calories. It's warm, it's tasty, and it filled me up in the evening. And that, along with my trusty Pepsi Max, has seen me through this day. 483 calories, a lot easier. Once I got started and got on through the day, it's made me realise actually that getting back onto this 5-2 diet, fasting, for 2 days of the working week is easy to do. It's just that first step, like anything, whether it's getting back into exercise, getting back into diet, it's that first step. My recommendation to you, take that first step and get on with it, and before you know it, it becomes a habit. And that's what you're trying to do. Oh yeah, one last tip. The day before, so yesterday, I started measuring all my calorie intake, but just had a normal day. It might be worth doing that, and then you kind of see where the big hits are. The odd bits of food that you have, you kind of realise, whoa, that's a lot of calories. I have a bagel in the morning sometimes, and a bagel has a lot of calories in it. But just to get used to yourself measuring your calories, I use an app on my phone. I can scan barcodes in, it will tell me what it is, or I can look things up. I looked up the coffee from my coffee shop and it had it in there, the calorific value and stuff. Make sure you get that app and start measuring the food. Don't procrastinate, get on and do it. And you'll see success, so cheers.